Hi, welcome to another episode of our progress on renovating this 1964 Glendette travel trailer. Right now you've got a shot of the battery on the stand that we made that's covering a part of the wheel well. So this is our circuit breaker that we have installed. I've drilled holes. All of the red wires are in, the grounds are not in yet. So that'll be the next job. But we've got all of the power lines coming out. So there's a pair of holes for each circuit, one for the ground and one for the power. Our power is red and our ground is going to be white. So they follow through the back. Up here again, side by side, through this hook just to keep them in the wall, and they go out. So our first circuit, you can see I have two holes drilled everywhere. That'll be for my white line going right up. So our first circuit is over here with these USBs. So these are USB outlets that are going to be available at each bunk bed little shelf. So we've got the plus, the power hooked up. I did a split here. So I use these shrink wrap connectors. So two in one and out the other. So this goes out to my this goes out to my USB, and then my power continues going down to the bottom bunk USB. My other circuit over here, I've got 3 circuits that go to this monitoring station, which is going to be at the countertop level. This switch operates the voltmeter so that I can keep track of the voltage in the battery. I have a 12 volt cigarette lighter style there, and then this is going to be a USB. That's the higher 2.1 amp, 5 volts. So those are all on their own separate circuits. Whereas these two USB, since they're linked up there, that'll be on one circuit. So this unit here is 3 circuits, one for the voltmeter, one for the double USB, and one for the 12 volt cigarette lighter. Our next circuit, again, is everything comes up here. It's gonna go over, and we have another double USB circuit right there. Again, this is daisy chained with a connector shrink wrap for the 2 USBs, one for top bunk and one for bottom bunk. So that's all of the circuits on this side. For the other side, we go up from the battery and over. 1 second, Seth. Okay, thank you. This goes up to this light. So we have this connected also in series. So this power keeps going straight through and branches off to this light, so that'll have its switch integrated right there. That comes pre-wired, so the ground is ready to get set up. And then the power continues down to this light. Again, I've separated the power using the shrink wrap for 2 inputs for the 2 lights. There's the 2 inputs on the 2 lights. These lights were all purchased from vintagetrailer.com. On the other side, up and over, and we have connected right here for this first reading light for the top bunk. The power continues down over here to this power connector, and then continues down on the outside of the window to the bottom bunk light, where that will be available. You can take the cake out of the oven if the timer's gone off. And then the power continues over to this switch, and that'll come out for an exterior light, which has to be installed. So the lights, the 3 lights are on one circuit: bottom bunk light, top bunk light, and exterior light. And this circuit, we have top bunk light, bottom bunk double light on that circuit. So those are all of our 12-volt circuits. I'll try to give you a wide shot so you can see. That's how it looks. So again, I have to go through and do this all over again. Just following my wire down to my circuit on this side. There's our wiring for the bottom bunk. These lights are going to end up, the bottom bunk lights are going to end up on the top of the top bunk, so they're going to shine down on you like an airplane for a nice reading light. There's the circuit, goes across, dedicated, and down, and my USB circuits. And over here, the other 2 USB circuits. So, all of my red lines are in. Just have to get my grounds in. After that, we'll be hooking up all the power to the power circuits, the grounds to the ground circuits. Then we'll connect the battery up to that top and bottom bolts. That's the positive and negative battery input, and I have a master on-off switch too, which I'll install just underneath there, so that we can just turn everything off at once, and that will stop the battery from any draining to make sure that we preserve our battery life. So these are our big cables right here that are going to be installed to the battery, and our big on-off switch is somewhere in the box right now. This is the product, the lights, if you're interested. Those are purchased off Vintage Trailer. For framing, we got the window framed in. That framing's all been replaced. Framing on this side has all been replaced. Some new strong supports. Framing up there is replaced. And the framing at the front end. So our overall outside framing has been complete. Next we get to do the interior framing. So lots of good progress this weekend. Hope you're enjoying, hope you're learning something along with me. Bye now.